I was thinking, we're the podcast of like figuring shit out and like testing things. I feel like that's just like where we've put ourselves as people. We kind of had that poll a while back of like, do you piss through your zipper or like over top? And then
I forgot about that poll.
And then we had that conversation about how I sit to pee.
Yeah.
Well, I and this is definitely like the thing that like younger kids do. I've started pulling my pants down to pee.
Okay.
Isaac, it's so relieving.
Hold on. How far down?
Ankles, dude.
Oh my!
All the way
God.
to the ankles.
Jesus.
Like, this is only like in my apartment. This isn't in public.
Oh, why not, Andy?
Because I would get on a list.
Yeah, you would. You're absolutely right.
I've made it a point to try to drink more water in 2024, and I've been drinking like a lot. I've been drinking like the regulation amount that you're supposed to,
which is an absurd amount. I don't believe it.
No, it's if you can see on the video, it's 5 of these.
Yeah,
at least that's how I'm counting it. And I think that's a 24-ounce thing of water.
That's ridiculous.
Right,
5 of them.
Well, it's tough for me. I don't know why it's tough for me, but like whenever I'm sitting at my desk and I'm in meetings, like I just instinctively like to drink water. Like today I was in a meeting that was like 30 minutes long and I drank 1 of these, like just that quick.
Yeah.
So it's actually not too bad, but I've been peeing a lot.
Oh yeah.
And like the pressure coming through my pee hole, it feels like a fire hose, dude.
Oh yeah.
So
it builds up. It builds up.
The first time I went to the bathroom, like after I was doing this, I just like did the regular like over the fence, and it felt like I wasn't getting enough out. And I know I made the comment of like when you sit down, it feels like you can get more out. But I haven't been sitting down to pee very much, like recently.
Oh darn!
Yeah, I know. So,
how are your legs taking it? Are they able to stand the rest of the day now?
That's the other thing. So, I don't know why I did it, but I just decided, you know what, pull them all the way down. So I just pulled them down. They were around my ankles. It felt so good, Isaac. It felt so relieving. It was like, holy shit, this is like, I feel like I'm getting so much piss out of me right now.
Oh my God.
Hello and welcome to the Friendship and Stupidity podcast.
Stupid. I don't understand, Andy. I don't understand you and your bathroom stuff. I don't get it. This is where like we disagree maybe the most. I don't understand.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Because sitting down while you pee, which I just talked to somebody about this the other day.
Interesting. What'd you get from them?
They hated it.
Okay.
They absolutely hate that you do it.
What's the reasoning?
They just find it super uncomfortable.
Is it the person that I know?
Yes.
Okay. And you mentioned that like me by name.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Well, I mean, she has said it just disturbs her.
Okay. I thought you were talking about the guy that you work with.
No.
Okay.
Sorry. Somebody else that knows you.
Okay.
It is a girl, and she is very deeply disturbed by it.
That's interesting.
And she said, if I dated a man who did that, I would just break up with him.
Well, that's interesting because we know someone who has some high standards with dating, and I mentioned this to that person, and they said it was fine.
Did she?
I think she said that, like, I don't know if it was because like she likes me, like I'm like we're friends, but yeah, she left it like go as a pass.
I don't remember that. I feel like that had been a big red flag. I feel like for sure that would have been one of those things where I was like, no.
Here's the thing. it's just cleaner. And I actually have recently had a really like interesting idea of what I could do to like test this.
Okay.
Instead of like, obviously I can't like make a video of myself pissing because that would probably raise some red flags there.
I mean, on certain websites it wouldn't.
For
but,
sure, yeah. Would you get banned from YouTube for piss, or
Yes.
is it penis?
Yes.
Is it piss, like a bodily fluid?
I mean, I would say you'd probably get banned for sure.
Okay.
I mean, look, I haven't. I'm gonna confess something, Andy.
Okay, I don't know where this is going.
I really haven't scrolled through all of YouTube's rules and regulations, and like whenever you hit accept on certain things, I haven't. I don't read them.
No.
So piss might be allowed.
You mean you don't read that fully?
No.
Oh, man, Isaac. I thought we were men of instructions and legal representation.
Look, me going through all my lawyer school stuff.
Lawyer.
Yeah. I'm so well versed in it that I just, those. Why would I waste my time?
That's
right?
true. Like, you just know that's what's going to be on them.
Yeah, exactly. When I'm defending people on the stand, Andy, they're not asking me, did I read the freaking things for
The fine print.
Yeah, the fine print on Apple products. No,
I don't have to. I already know it.
Yeah, I already know it.
So
I have the books on it.
where
I have the books on it from the people who were who were teaching it.
where was this going? You were just saying like was that all was that you just like you haven't because I said like the whole like where do you draw the line with like what can't be on YouTube? Was it just like you have the fact that you haven't looked through
Yeah. I mean, there's a shit ton of stuff though.
Yeah.
There's an absolute shit ton. But that's just it. I don't even think they are very clear on what they
Right. Yeah, cuz we were talking
have.
about this with our shorts cuz like a lot of our shorts that we put on they swear within like the first like 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And we were trying to figure out like can you swear like in shorts, and like there are some like articles that say yeah you can swear, like they've become very lenient on like the types of swear words, like you can't say fuck like within the like that's fuck, shit, like I don't know the other like what they consider
doo-doo.
like, harsh. Yeah
for sure.
That one's a
doo-doo.
rough one. Yeah, fart.
Yeah. Dude, you're gonna get us banned.
I'm sorry. Someone needs to put me in a straitjacket or something. But I was looking through that, and they don't know. They don't know what they want, or they don't know what can and can't be on their website.
Yeah, trash.
Which I think is, my mind is all over the place. Like I told you earlier, and I don't know if you can really tell from watching. I am very jittery. I'm just like really hyper.
Andy also, we weren't able to record last week due to some technical errors, and we had all the technical errors figured out leading up to this episode. Then Andy spent another 15 minutes with the same exact technical issues from last time, so I'm sure that also added to your jitteriness.
Listen, last week I was like, I don't know if you could tell like my attitude, like whenever like we didn't get it recorded. And then we went upstairs, we hung out for maybe another 15 minutes, and then my roommate and I went home. And I just like kind of sat on the couch silent.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't want to talk because like I'm just so upset. I wanted to cry. I was so upset with myself. And it's like nothing I could do. It's just like the dumbass wires that we're using just aren't working.
Yeah, which hopefully not too much longer we're going to have to use those. But whenever we were trying to get it to work last week, you were sitting there, you were trying so hard, and like in my head, it was such a long time that passed, which like I don't know that side of stuff, so I just sat here. So then I felt bad that I was just sitting here, but then the more and more you kept working on it, the more and more I was like, we're still got to do this after.
I
Like
know.
we still got to do. We
know.
still got to do the podcast after we get this all figured out. And after like minute 30 or longer, I was just like, even if he gets it fixed. And then we contemplated even doing it with one mic, and I was like, no.
Oh yeah.
No, I had to shut that down. I was like,
I'm glad
that's
you
not
did.
happening.
I'm glad you did. Well, we tested it,
No.
and
Yeah,
we did it. There was a thing of like, one of the mics is working, so we were like, we can pass it back between each other. That wasn't a real like thing, like solution, but it was like, that's what would have been the solution if we really wanted to try.
Yeah, and there was just no, the way we are, no, there's no way.
No, we would be, I mean, we already have talked over each other in this episode.
Oh my God, yeah. When don't we?
Yeah, I mean, that's just, that's the way of, I feel like that's the way of podcasting in general.
Well, absolutely. But I mean, we even do it whenever we're talking on PlayStation, which again, we talked about this as well before the podcast. Andy just doesn't want to play PlayStation anymore.
It's not that I don't want to play PlayStation anymore. It's that I don't want to play PlayStation with you.
Yeah, exactly. So Andy's now playing a game where it doesn't take focus. It's a very story driven game. So for whatever reason, he doesn't want to hear somebody in the background going, while like I'm eating chips or something and just crunching on them while he's like in the middle of a very serious moment. I'm just like, do you really think you could shit all the way through your shorts if you pulled them tight enough against your butt? You know what I mean? And then, like, for whatever reason, Andy doesn't want to hear that right in the middle of a serious scene. So,
well, the last time,
I guess.
the last time we were playing or just like talking together, I was playing. I think I just had my PlayStation on, and you were playing something, and I was doing something in the other room or whatever, but I was still talking.
Mm-hmm.
Every like time you were in a fight, you're playing Elden Ring, or no, you're playing Life of P.
I know where it's going.
You were just doing, and I stepped away from the mic there, so it didn't get too bad.
Yeah. I just love doing that. There was one time I was doing it so loud that you had your headset off and your roommate could hear me. Mm-hmm. And that was the funniest part to me, because every time I was going, I was like, like doing that, like every time somebody swung at me, I could hear your roommate in the background. I was like, is he okay?
Yeah, like every time, like she got me a new headset, which I needed one desperately.
Jesus Christ.
She got me one for Christmas, and it works too well. First of all, I never have to charge it. It has a 40-hour life, and it's just so loud that when I have it on, I have to have it off of my ears because it's just so loud. And it's the sort of thing where I have it turned up enough so I can hear you plus the game. Mm-hmm. But if I turn it down anymore, I can't hear you or the game. It's just that.
I've told you so many times, you just need to adjust audio.
I know, and I feel like I have.
You haven't. There's no way you have. There's no reason you should be having that much of an issue with that.
I mean, you say that, but I'm having the issue.
Well, I've seen you set up the podcast before. I understand. I understand the technical issues you have. All right.
I feel like I put you in charge of audio one time, you get it set up in seconds. I feel like that's if that happens, I don't know what I'm doing.
I would kind of hate that.
Yeah.
Because you would just be very upset. You'd be like, no, I'm good. We don't need to do the episode today.
Like, you know what? I'm going home.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not worth it.
It's not. I would be, well, that's why I always make this joke, really sidetracking us, but I always make the joke whenever my roommate makes an actual like pie. She makes apple pie, and
the most American meal.
Absolutely,
at least half of it.
Absolutely, and put a slice of cheddar cheese on there.
It's gross.
I don't actually do that, but no. So like every time she makes one, it always turns out really good. But I always tell her, I'm going to try my hand at it. And she's like, don't you fucking dare. Don't you dare. And I was like, why do you not want to make this? And she was like, I swear to God, if you make an apple pie that's better than mine, I will kill you. And I'm like, I kind of want to make one, Andy.
Yeah.
I kind of want to make one when she's just not here for a weekend.
Yeah.
And see how it turns out. Because if it turns out great, I'm going to have to throw it away.
Well, you're either gonna throw it away or you're gonna let it spoil and have me try it.
I would actually just get the pan and I would just put it underneath of my bed, and then I would just go in there at night and just.
I don't know. With the size of your dog, you might have to look out for that. Oh,
damn, dude, that's right. Actually,
you put it in your drawer.
There we go.
There you go.
I'll put all, but knowing me and how my closet operates and my drawers operate, I would just put all those clothes just on top of the dresser, and she'd be like, "Why the hell are you doing that?" I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Could you imagine like you're laying in bed and she's like trying to sleep, and you just like peek over, and then you're just like, you have your head in the drawer and you're just like,
yeah. When, of course, I'm gonna have to like move the freaking tinfoil from the top of it too, which is the loudest fucking thing ever. Like in like 3 a.m. or something, trying to get that. Which also reminded me, did we talk about how you were very disappointed in me with my closet?
No, we haven't.
No.
But we can talk about that.
Okay.
We can. You're a fucking madman. Before you even start, you're insane.
Yeah, because as soon as I said like how my closet works, I was like, I can't remember if we actually talked about that or not. Mm-hmm. So I think I was playing.
This is going to divide a lot of people, I think.
Oh, for sure. People are going to hate me.
Uh-huh.
My roommate already hates me for this. She's probably going to hate it even more because now I'm going to really explain my thought process on it, and she's really going to hate it.
Have you not explained your thought process to her?
I think I have, but she probably just was so blind with rage that she forgot it.
Didn't want to hear it.
Yeah, but it makes total sense. So,
Oh, for sure.
Joke's on her. Everyone's going to start doing it now after this. But
God, I hope not.
So I was talking to Andy one day when I was folding some laundry, and I was folding some laundry, and I think I just tossed out the question: if you have a shirt that's inside out in your basket and you're folding it to put it into your dresser, wherever you put it, do you flip that shirt inside out? Andy, your response?
Of course you do.
Okay. My response: that's stupid. Why would I do that? So then Andy got.
I think this is the way it started was like I was trying to give you like the benefit of the doubt, or like trying to understand you, like trying to get in your mind. I think what I asked you is like, what do you mean like whenever you do your laundry you put it inside out? Because yeah, of course I do that. Mm-hmm. But then
I doubled down, and then I said, I don't do that either. And you said, why not? And I said, that's way too much work.
Well, but then you were like, well, yeah, sometimes I do that if it's just like if I take my shirt off and it's inside out. But if I take it out of the dryer and it's inside out, I just hang it up already.
Yeah. Well, then it made it even worse. So you were angry with me at that, and I was like, that's fair. But then I really said something that set you off. I said multiple things actually, but the other thing was that not only do I not flip my shirts inside out whenever I go to fold them and put them in the drawer, I do flip some of them out. My roommates, because I know it drives her nuts, and I just don't want to feel that wrath. So I will flip her clothes inside out and I will fold them correctly. But when it comes to mine, I'm like, I took so much time and effort to do that with her shirts. I don't want to do that with my own. And so I will fold them. I will fold them inside out, and I will just put them in my drawer that way. So then you said, why in God's green earth would you do that, or something along those lines? And then I explained, I already know what the fucking shirts are. Like, I don't need to see I don't need to see the outside of the shirt to know what the shirt is. I got the gist. I got 18 gray shirts. I know which gray shirt that is. So then whenever I go to put it on, I flip it inside out. I put it on. But no big whoop.
And the thing is, I can't argue. You
can't.
Because one, you could, like, if you flip it inside or right side, whatever, in, you eliminate the having to do it afterwards, like whenever you put it on.
Mm-hmm.
But doing it whenever you are, like, whenever you're folding laundry is the worst. I don't know why. That is the worst part about doing laundry. Like putting it like the right way. Mm-hmm. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And I can't argue the fact that you're doing it this way. but God, is it annoying.
Look,
I just can't get behind
the only reason people think it's so annoying is because they've been told you have to do it that way. Why? To make it look nice. Who the fuck am I trying to impress by going and bringing someone
in your closet? Yeah,
in my closet or in my dresser? It's not like when I invite people over, I go, look how nice and neat my dresser is.
Well, it's like the thing whenever your mom yells at you to clean up your room whenever you're having company over.
Yeah,
they're not coming in my room.
Fuck no. So that's like, so I don't understand that. So then it got even worse because then I explained to Andy that not only do I not do it with my dresser, I don't do it with the clothes that I hang up as well. So any sort of sweatshirt that is inside out.
This is the worst part because I can get behind like a t-shirt you hang up, like that's fine. But like folding it, it's a little weird. Not doing it with the goddamn like flannels and sweatshirts, you are a fucking lunatic.
Tell me why.
Because I can't, okay?
Damn right. That's exactly
is that what you want from
yes,
me? Yeah.
Absolutely. Because again, there's no, in my head, if someone goes, well, if you have it flipped out inside out, and you go to put it on, all you have to do is put the damn thing on. I'm going to be doing the same amount of work whenever I just fucking flip it inside out whenever I'm putting it on anyway. Like that doesn't make, like, I'm just like, whatever. And also most of the time too, the way I am with my shirts, whenever I go to put them on, I just ball them up. I ball them up and then I put them on. Like, I'm not like, I'm not like keeping them perfectly straight or like keeping them on the hanger and then running towards them with my hands out and putting my head in there like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I
feel like I'm going to look this up because I was going to say I'll look this up for next time.
Okay.
But I want to know right now if there is some sort of benefit to having it like right side in or whatever.
Yeah. So,
because the only thing I'm thinking of, and I can't imagine that this is a reason, is that if you have it the right way, then maybe like wrinkles won't be as prevalent, but I can't imagine that even being a thing.
No. The only reason why people do it is because they're NPCs and and they were told that they needed to do that. It's so stupid. Again, I'm not impressing anybody with my wardrobe. I've had the same exact pair of jeans for 9 years and I still wear them. I'm not going to impress someone by saying, hey, I have flipped my shirts inside out whenever I put them on the hanger. It's so absurd. The only shirts that I will do that with, or clothes that I will do that with, and we talked about it, was dress shirts.
Yeah.
Because I do tend to button those up. But like even with my flannels, I don't give a fuck. I'll flip them inside out.
So the flannels, like, they kind of have that appeal or aesthetic of like kind of already being wrinkled.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like those are fine.
Yeah.
What I've found just like right at the top, there's 3 different responses. By folding them neatly and putting them away correctly, as it says, you are eliminating the risk of buttons on clothes coming off or being damaged. Second one is folding maintains the integrity of the fabric. See, this is going off of like the correct way of folding them.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm folding them correct.
I wonder.
Also, if we're going off of that logic of saving the buttons, having them inside out would be more beneficial because then they're not rubbing against other clothes. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess I'm just thinking about it as like dress shirts, because what shirts have buttons on them?
Flannels.
No, I'm thinking like ones that you fold.
Oh, ones that you.
Maybe like the 3-button, like the Henley shirts.
Oh yeah, those things I fucking leave those inside out too.
Those are.
Oh, another thing that actually really irritated you was the long sleeves. Have we not had this conversation before?
On the podcast?
Yeah.
No.
I swear we've had this
The
conversation.
long sleeves one is insane. You are fucking nuts.
I feel like I had deja vu right there. You're not, I'm not certain that we haven't already had this conversation before.
No, we have never had the sleeves conversation. This fucking madman, I'm not even going to let you say it. If, like, same situation, he takes the clothes out of the dryer and one of the sleeves is just like fucking in there, he doesn't let it out.
What's the purpose?
Because in that situation, that's where like the wrinkles would come into effect. But again, like, it's probably just a fucking sweatshirt, so why does it matter?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
feel like sweatshirts just don't have, like, the power to wrinkle.
Yeah.
I like, this sweatshirt, I've never had a problem. I mean, this is a new sweatshirt, but, like, sweatshirts in general, I feel like
Yeah.
I've never had a
I,
problem
I
with
mean, this
wrinkling.
one was on the hanger hanged correctly. This would
You
look.
hang your sweatshirts?
Yeah. You fold
Interesting.
yours?
Yeah, but it's not as weird because
No, that's a
my
normal
roommate
thing.
hangs her sweatshirts too.
Yeah, my roommate she folds her crew necks. I just don't have enough room in my dresser. But like, but yeah, I just never. I don't know. I just never have seen the point to it. And the long sleeves, I will say the long sleeves ones of like the one long sleeve being in and the other one being out, that is a little bit of laziness. Because that's another one where I'm just like, I don't want to get my fucking hands stuck in the shirt sleeve and go through all that nonsense. So I'm just like, I'll just worry about that whenever I go to put the damn thing on. So, never bothers me really.
I think I'm not finding anything on this because no one else does it. No one in the world does this.
It's because everyone's a bunch of idiots and they want to all flip their stuff inside out or right side out.
I will tell you, when I was typing this in, I typed in why should you not have your clothes inside out, and then I put, because it kept like auto correcting or showing responses for like when doing laundry, so like when you throw it in.
Mm-hmm.
So I put when, like after washing, but one of the responses was after showering. So
What the fuck?
that's just Google being weird. Yeah, this is literally just like, it makes sense to like why you should wash them inside out, because it washes like the dirtiest part. Like the dirty part's usually not going to be the outside part.
And also, like, if you have any sort of graphics on your tees, it usually will
Yeah.
keep them more intact.
Yeah. But you're just, I can't, I want the world to know about this. I feel like I'm going nuts over here.
Yeah.
I feel like we're already, I definitely think that people are going to be against you,
For sure.
but
Give it a try, though.
I don't.
Give it a try.
I
Your
think
life will be changed.
I almost think that it's an unnecessary amount of hate towards you. Not even hate, but like disdain or just like not understanding.
I want somebody to give me a good reason of why I should start doing it.
I want a response like that too. I want, because I can't find one and I can't think of one. The integrity of the clothes is still fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't, like, I don't know where else to go from there.
Yeah, I mean, you could also say
bothers the shit out of me.
Yeah, you could also say too, I'm also protecting the graphics on those t-shirts because they're also not rubbing against other t-shirts. It's just rubbing against its own material. So like, again, I feel like that is like, you're losing me on that. I feel like that's not that big of a deal. I don't know.
Because
I'm just trying to bolster.
Oh, I know. At this point,
I'm just trying to dig in.
Yeah, you're just finding more reasons. But
Yeah.
I don't think that it's that big of a deal that they're inside out and like the graph, because at that point it's dry.
Yeah.
Unless you hang to dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I do with some stuff, but
Yeah.
not everything. Just a bunch of nonsense. I think, you know what it probably is? People just don't like seeing the inside of their shirt, like the actual like stitching of it. I don't give a fuck.
Well, if it's a stitched shirt, then sure. Yeah,
Well, I mean, just like your sleeves. If you flip this sweatshirt inside out, you would see this part of like
I think that
your shoulder.
No,
I'm pointing. Sorry, I'm just explaining for the camera.
Yeah.
But you like, I feel like people just are annoyed with that, and like that's like not even a sensory thing. Like that's like a visual thing where that just bugs the shit out of them.
Do you think that we, in a different world, would be more likely to shit in public, like just casually? Like it would be a public event.
What? What? Where was that going? Was that even a question?
Well, like there's social eating, like you gather together to eat. Like there, like tons of people just eat out in public and like go to restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
But when did shitting turn into a thing where it's a private event.
I-
Because I do remember mentioning that in India, some people just like go out into the streets and just start shitting.
Yeah. I'm sure it was whenever like castles were made, and then they were like, I mean, why should I be pooping out in public like the rest of those peasants? I want my own shitter. That has to be the reason, right?
I mean, there's got to be a logical answer.
Yeah, it's got to
that.
be. It's
I
got
feel
to be
like
somebody.
I could probably find an answer quicker on that than I can.
Damn
with
right you would.
You putting the laundry your clothes in the wrong way.
Damn right. I'm sure you could, because it started as soon as someone had a little bit more power than another person, and they were like, I don't want to shit the same way that person shits, and they were just so disgusted that they had to shit the same way that everyone shits, like hands down.
This is my roommate's iPad, so it's just getting the weirdest like searches.
Good. I'm glad.
I don't even know how to phrase this. Why do we?
I would say, when did pooping become a private? I was gonna say occasion. Private.
I was gonna say event.
Yeah, private. Gosh, no, I don't even know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm just gonna put in private thing because that's always the early history of human excreta.
Yo.
Serious question: when did pooping become taboo? This is on Reddit, so.
Oh, so we got really good sources here then. We got.
I actually really wanted to do this thing for the podcast where we just like look up weird things on Reddit. So like
we can definitely do that.
Yeah, I think this is the start of it.
Oh, for sure.
So the question, or this is in r Ask Social Science, and the title is, and we can end with this. I feel like we're at a good time. Serious question: when did pooping become taboo? Yes, some may consider this. I'd never seen that word before. Puerile, puerile. But I'm genuinely.
I think
curious.
it's Purell.
Yeah, that's right. Animals poop all the time with no regard for decorum. Yet we as a species have developed huge special boxes so we may poop privately. There are unspoken rules in bathrooms, avoid eye contact, etc. Which I've noticed as I've grown older that I don't give a fuck about the whole like don't stand next to another man when you're peeing at a urinal. If you have to pee, just fucking go.
I get to that point if there's like 3 urinals in between me and the other person, you just do the courteous thing of like not choosing the one right beside the other fucking person.
But are you doing that because you don't want them to look at your dong, or because you don't want to get splashed?
I don't want to hear someone else pissing, and I don't want to look at someone else's dick.
But I feel like the walls usually, like, they're never tall enough.
They're never tall enough, Andy.
But
they're never tall. They're never tall enough, and they're never long enough against your body.
Right.
You're practically like.
I do think that they need to be extended out a little further.
For sure, they do.
The height thing, they're never going to be tall enough because there's always going to be a guy that's like 6'4" and can see over it.
True.
But I feel like I don't care. I just like if there's 5 urinals and there's like one, someone goes to the end, I don't go to the middle. I just go to whichever one. I don't care. If there's only 2 people and they're at like 1 and 5, I don't care.
I'll choose the middle.
I mean, I understand that, but like, I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna be like, I'm just gonna pee. Like,
well, yeah. Like I get that part of it, but it's just like
I don't think I just don't care if I see someone else's dick, because like that's gonna be the last time I see their dick, and it's gonna be the last time they see me in general. So like them seeing my 2-inch dick isn't gonna make a difference.
All right, well, that's interesting. Yeah. What about this pooping nonsense? Have we been given a good reason of why it's so private?
So it looks like it goes on of just like this guy explaining like the whole thing of pooping just in like that first part.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the top comment. It says I could point you towards Norbert Elias's The History of Manners, The Civil Process, Volume 1, in which he does... That's just the English is a little hard to read. On a typical Elysian fashion, a sociogenic analysis of manners on French and German society, tracking back to the development of the idea
Jesus
of
Christ.
culture in the civilization. This person doesn't know
Can
how to
this
spell.
Can this person just get punched in the dick and give like just a short answer?
Like he uses all these fucking big words, but then he says, when it comes to shitting, the civilizing process was pressed against to the top layer of society and adopted by classes below them in an effort to emulate their practices, hence their power. So you're definitely right. I don't know, like, it doesn't really say when.
Yeah.
But you hit it right on the head.
Dude, what can I say? I was on point with the shitting and the folding of clothes.
And when it comes down to shitting and clothes, you gotta just go with Isaac.
Damn right, baby. That's Isaac, baby. Come on.
We'll see in the next episode.
Talking about hopefully my folding technique again.
Yeah.